Okay, thank you for everyone. Welcome to our visiting lecture today with University Kuala Lumpur. Welcome to the Honorable Dr. Moham Mohammed Khairul. I'm sorry. Welcome to the Honorable T.S. Nurdatilah Hasim as a program coordinator from University Kuala Lumpur. For the topic today is future trend in technology web development. And today's session is being streamed on the Universitas STEKOM YouTube channel. And for today event, we will read our agenda this afternoon. First, we will start class presentation by Miss Nurdatila. Continue with presentation by our special guest for today, and go to Q&A session. Time for picture, and last step is closing. So we will start for this class today, delivered by Miss Nurdatila. The time is yours. Thank you.
Okay. Assalamualaikum. Good evening and selamat petang to everyone. I'm Nurdatilah Hasim from UniKL Kuala Lumpur, UniKL Malaysian Institute of Information Technology, MIIT. All right. So it's been an honor to have an opportunity to share a bit of knowledge with all of you throughout this session. And before I begin, let me introduce myself a bit more. Right. So I'm actually a lecturer as well in UniKL MIT. I am from software engineering department. So before this, I studied a bachelor IT in software engineering, and then I pursue my master in real-time software engineering as well. So yeah, my main I think specialty will be basically on software development. And I've been teaching at the university for quite a long time as well. So I'm very happy to have this opportunity meeting university STEKOM University students, and also thank you. All right. So let me start by sharing my screen. Mm, I think I'm share. Can I share the entire screen?
Yes,
Okay,
Miss.
can.
Yes,
All right. I'll try this. Can you see?
yes.
All right, thank you very much. So because of the title today is Future Trends in Technology Web Development, focusing on web development, I figure I should start with what is the web development, first of all, right? So first I will jump into web development. What is the web development? It refers to you or building, creating, and maintaining of website, and it also include aspects such as web design, web publishing, web programming, and also database management. So, for example, if you come out or design something like a website, right? So it is very important for us to have access or build web because whenever there is an internet, right, we have to have this application in order for you to go with your day-to-day life, right? You can create something to manage your data, and then systemize your data, or also like to create a portfolio as well for you so that other people all around the world can see what you're publishing on your website, right? So that is basically about web development. Here I also want to show a bit of like the scenario of like the architecture of web development, because we usually just use the website, right? So maybe we don't really know what happened back end. So when we land into a certain site, it's very pretty site, right? So we happen to think like how do they design the such an interface, right? It looks so slick, so pretty, not messy, and make you like want to access more on the site. And usually give you tend to like stay to the site that give you very good user experience, right? So for that said, right, this cater for the person that we call the front end developer. So those who like create the design, front we call them a front end. So usually they will like play along with the HTML language, CSS language, and JavaScript, right? And then we come to the logical process of that web itself, right? So you don't just want to stare on the screen, right? You want to register your account. More, I think now because like nearly Hari Raya, maybe you do a lot of online shopping, right? You want to purchase something, shopping online, right? You want to add to cart. That kind of functionality cater by the application logics back end that we call back end of that application. So this one usually cater by other languages, which you will usually call server-side scripting language, which usually develop using PHP, JavaScript, Python, also Java. For the database, maybe you also like heard about MySQL, MariaDB, PostgreSQL, right? So that's a lot. So there's the two component here, the front end and the back end, and also like sometime when we like um for example finish our study, right? Especially if you are in a computing area, you can see the job description usually said like we are hiring a front end developer, we are hiring the back end developer, right? So if we're talking about front end, they actually specialize in the front in the design of the site. When we're talking about back end, they usually specialize in like app logic, make how to make a extension of the functionality for the application. So maybe you're wondering like, is there a person that could do both? Yes, they call a full stack developer, right? So they do front end and also they do the back end as well. Well, so that is just a bit on the web application architecture, right? So I'm gonna stop sharing this one because I'm gonna move to another slide that I create using Canva. Okay, let me try and share one more time. Yes, this is the one. Okay. All right. So this is our topic today, future trends in technology, web development. So we all know now what web development is, right? We try to create the build the web application. Now we want to take a look at the future trends in the technology, but we want to see in different area, or I can see different scope so that I like line up. There are six different scope. There's a lot more scope that I want to highlight six of them, right? So the first of all, the artificial intelligence and machine learning. So this one is a very popular area right now. It's very booming, right? Everybody talking about it. It kind of like didn't stop, right? Once it start, everybody already pick it up, right? Okay, so we're gonna take a look at artificial intelligence and machine learning, and then low code, no code development, the Internet of Things (IoT), voice search optimization, the evolving developer experience, also known as DX, right? and then the future of work. And at the end, I will conclude the presentation for today. Okay. All right. Now, let's take a look at artificial intelligence and machine learning. Right. What is the artificial intelligence and machine learning is all about here, right? So you can see all the category that already been lined up before this in the slide. Okay, so we want to take a look at how the web development um woven into the fabric of our life, like how the web development actually give a lot of impact to our daily life, right? So it is based on our my experience, your experience. You can see everybody around you, right? So it start from the communication and entertainment to shopping and education and the way we interact with each other online. It is constantly evolving. So the first area that we're gonna take a look that kind of give a impact is the artificial intelligence and machine learning, right? So artificial intelligence and machine learning, they are having a major impact on web development, right? AI and machine learning can be used to automate the tasks, personalize experiences while you're browsing or you're using any web uh, site, right? And then it could improve website security as well. So, for example, this is a common, I think the common features that you always stumble upon is the chatbot, right? The chatbot can answer customer question and provide support, uh, while AI powered tools can help developer write code and identify the bugs. All right, so what do we actually understand about AI, right? Well, AI is actually any technique, right, that enable the computer to mimic human intelligence using logic, if then rules, or and also machine learning. So what it means here is that machine learning is actually part of a uh, topic or study area under the artificial intelligence, right? Um, what else? The example that I mentioned about the chatbot, right? So everybody experienced this, everybody used this before, right? Like if, for example, we go to our maybe your shopping website, for example, right? You usually there will be like a chatbot that pop up at the corner, bottom corner of your screen, right? Asking you, "Hi, how are you? How may I help you?" Okay, so usually they will cater like all common question, frequent asked question from the user. So this is like a life changing, like because before this, if you have like a common question, maybe you browse in through the site, navigate through the site, search for the segment or the section that have a list of frequent asked question. But with the chatbot, you can like straight away go to that box and type in your question and you get immediate response from the chatbot. So it makes your experience smoother with the site, and then you get the answer quicker, right? So we can compare with the customer service as well because calling straight away to the call center, that's take hours and hours because you have to wait. Sometime in a peak time, you can't really get attended. Right, so it kind of frustrating experience. So having a chatbot nowadays, I think kind of like improve a lot customer experience, user experience while using the web application, right? Okay, now we're gonna talk about AI powered tools that can help developer write code and identify bugs. So now, other than the all the common AI site, right? Now there's a lot of tools that you can access. I believe maybe you already try them all, especially the Chat GPT. That kind of mind-blowing experience as well. Like for example, usually if my student have a question, they have error with their codes. Uh, before the AI era, what they do is they go Stack Overflow, search, copy, or Google the error, copy and paste the error at the Google search engine. Now they can copy and paste at ChatGPT or Gemini AI, right? To that site, and then it will tell you the correct where's the error and which part is the correct code, right? And also with this AI powered tools, it can also help you design your site, giving you the code so you can have the code and run it, right? So this is they have a pro and con, right? So for example, the AI tools here, they are still learning. As you know about the machine learning is part of the field study under the AI, right? So it's still learning. So some of the, for example, if you search for something, some of the answer that they give not quite accurate because of the information that they get, right? So because they are still learning. I think throughout this, I think they will evolve and become more powerful in terms of provide us with very quick information, right? Okay, so that is on the artificial intelligence and machine learning section. Now I'm gonna move on to low code, no code development. What does it mean? Low code, no code. So no code development, no code at all, right? You it doesn't involve any code at all. Or low code, you use minimal code to create your web development, right? Because early on I'm talking about the web development, how you like to create the web, right? So here in the low code, no code development, platform are a game changer for web development. So there are various open source platform that allow you to create your own website or your own web application, right? So this platform allow you to build web application without you have to write a code. You use drag and drop functionality and pre-built component, right? So this one, usually student love the most, right? Because you don't really have to codes, right? Codes give you a headache, for example. So, but the thing is, like, it doesn't like cater for um computer science student only, right? Having this kind of platform, it make it make it reach wider range of people that could have the ability to create or to develop a website on their own, right? So which is very good. Uh, all right. So we kind of like can like encourage a lot more people joining in the field of development, right? Um, yeah. So they provide the drag and drop feature. So like you have a component, for example, when you create a website, what do you want to put in the site? Maybe you want to have some image, maybe you want to have some audio, some videos, and a calendar, or maybe you want to plug in some like social media link on your site, right? But by just drag and drop, right? So it's very easy. Do you know do you know any example of this platform that allow you to create a website without writing any codes? I have one, right? So I think this is also popular called Wix, right? We're gonna take a look after this later on. Okay. So I also want to mention that this features, right, allow web development accessible to wider range of people, including business owner, entrepreneurs, and marketer, right? So they are usually, for example, for like person or people that want to start their small business, right? this will be the platform. On top of having a social media to promote your product, um, having a skill, right? Having this platform that doesn't require a very complex skill, right? But you can create simple website or complex application is, I think, a very good opportunity for people to explore, right? You just need to explore, right? Okay, so yeah, I did mention just now weeks, right? So let me open up this one here, right? So this is an example. I did this is long time before, maybe this last year. I just want to play around with Wix, editor.wix.com. You can visit to wix.com actually to get the design here. So you can see this is, I think I choose a portfolio kind of site. So we have the photography and art direction, right? What you need to do is just change. For example, you don't like the logo over here, right? See, you can click on the image, right? And then they already have change image, right? Click on change image. Type in the image that you want to change. For example, cute cat, right? They search for you and then you choose for yourself, right? Which one that you like. Okay. And then that's it, it changed, right? You don't really have to like look into the format, the link or the code, right? And here you can already see they have hyperlink that will navigate you to the next page. Okay. By also this is the menu for you to add the element. Let's see what element they have. So the drag and drop thing is that you can choose here. You want to upload the image, you click on it and then it appear here, right? Boom, just like that. Very easy, right? So this is one that students don't really like to look at the code. This is an example, like, oh, are we supposed to look at all of this code? No, right? So using this platform that I mentioned to you, no code, low codes development, right? You save a lot of time and you don't really have to look at the backend how it works. But then it raised another question, right? Um this really means that in the future we don't need the software developer anymore, right? Okay, so we need them to maintain the application, right? So building is one thing. For you to have the complete software, to create a complete software development life cycle, for example, right? It's not just building, right? It starts from analyzing the requirement and just understanding like what did the client want, right? And then find out what they need, and then you analyze those requirements, and then you start building, right? So after building, after create the website, you do some testing. So you need to perform testing as well. And then after the testing, you need to do a maintenance, right? If there are any bugs, go check it again until it's ready to be uh, uh what do we call it, to be published, right? Okay, so that's basically it for low code, no code platform, right? Allow user to build web application without writing the code, makes a web development more accessible to a wider range of people, and it can be used to create either simple website or complex application, right? Okay, so anybody can do this. Okay, next, the other element is the Internet of Things, also short for IoT. So it refers to a network of devices, vehicles, appliances, and other physical objects. They are embedded with sensor, software, and network connectivities. Okay. So nowadays, um, we because of we have access to internet very easy, right? We have a network connectivity easily. Unless you go to the very remote area, have weak connectivity, then no question about that, right? But if you go to like for example, the area in a city area, right? Access for the network connectivity are very easy. On top of that, everybody using a smartphone, right? So that's kind of a plus for having the um, IoT, right, for the devices. So the example of the things here is that uh, it IoT is a network of physical devices that are connected to the internet, right? That I mentioned earlier on. Okay, they are becoming increasingly common, and web developers need to be able to integrate IoT data into web application. So, for example, we build a website, right? So now that we have an access uh, to a network connection, network connectivity, you can actually access your washing machine. You can see here an example, right? Through your smartphone. Also, you can monitor it through your web application as well, right? So the example of IoT here is that because they are sharing the same network connectivity here, you can somehow communicate with other devices. So, for example, if usually before this, when we finish loads of laundry, right, our washing machine will have this like short music, like to alert us that they just finish the load, they just finish washing, right? Now, because of the connectivity that you can have, they can communicate with your phone or with your other devices that you connected the machine with it, and alert you on your phone or your smartwatch, for example. So you can be anywhere. If you living in two-story house, if your laundry room is downstairs, sometimes you're not aware, like they already finish the cycle, right? So because you with your phone, like almost all the time, right? So it will give you a notification and oh, my laundry already done. Then I have to go and maybe dry it, okay? Take it out, unload it from your washing machine. Other than that, you can also like perform like a or know by smart diagnosing features that usually the device have. So they can tell you beforehand that your devices or your appliances around the house need some services or something wrong with it, right? Maybe if you have a fridge that are also connected to your some of the smart devices in your house, it can also alert you, uh, for example, about the temperature. All right, so that kind of thing that um, encourage or making the developer nowadays like have to consider having integrated IoT data into their web application. So not just develop the basic web application as well, but have to ensure that they also integrate with some other devices, right? Um, okay, so yeah, I also have some point here that said that this can be used to create new and innovative experiences, such as smart home and connected cars. Smart home, also something that all around country try to develop it as well, right? Because it will also give, I think it's not just simplify or make our life efficient, but actually give impact to a lot of um people, right? So first of all, maybe this can benefit elderly, right? If you have elderly, maybe you wanna have some devices that you could track them. For example, if they went out alone, you wanna know them, right? So for the smart city, maybe they can have like a camera that could track and know where our elderly if they are in trouble as well, right? Other than that, maybe also for the we look into like to create a sustainable environment, right? Into the zero carbon emission to our living area, to our neighborhood, right? Because we want to help to save our environment. So the technology also can contribute to that to yeah can contribute to improve our living. Okay, all right. So next is I want to talk about the voice search optimization. Okay. So this is another thing that maybe you also encounter this on your while you accessing your website or browsing it. So instead of searching, typing it to search, they also have voice search optimization. So the optimization of the voice search optimization is optimization of keyword and keyword phrases for searches using using voice assistants, right? So, uh, um, what do you think that they have a lot of give benefit to community? I think yes, right? Because we can take a look also for blind person, right? So you can use the voice search optimization rather than have typing it on the keyboard, right? And also for like normal people, it gives you I think speed access to search for something that you really need on the internet. So you use voice search optimization. Okay. So this is also becoming a popular way to search the web as people actually increasingly use smartphone, smart speakers, right? Website need to be optimized for voice search in order to rank higher search in result, right? So like for example, in your search engine, you want it to be like on top of the search engine, right? So this include using natural language, and long tail keyword, which are more specific than short tail keyword, right? So, long tail, short keyword is, for example, you search for a shop. So you just type in what do you type in? Usually you just type in a supermarket, right? So that's short. Usually it give broad result, right? For long tail keyword, it's actually give you a narrow search result, making it easier to filter the result for you, like to give the accurate result that you want, right? It assists, sort of like assists you. So it is the long tail keyword is a phrase that is generally made from 3 to 5 words, right? So we call it a long tail keyword, right? So those keyword that you can see the keyword that mentioned actually help you to have the more efficient results in terms of searching, right? So that is for the part of voice search optimization. Okay, so the next part, I'm gonna bring all of you to take a look at the evolving developer experience. So all of us here can be a developer already, right? Because we know that you don't really have to have you if you don't have, right, you need to have a skill to program. But if you don't have a skill to program, right, you don't have to worry. You can also develop a website, right? You can see there's a lot of platform available out there, and you can create one on your own. You can go and explore, right? The thing is about the doing programming, for me, I think it's fun because doesn't require any explosion, right? What harm will it do is just gonna make you stress. Whenever you encounter error that you can't solve, right? But the moment you can solve that problem is so rewarding, so satisfying, right? So now we're going to talk about the developer experience, right? So you as a developer, uh, what are the experience that we look into if we're talking about evolving their experience? So developer experience actually refer to the experience developer have in an environment where the software development occurs and the level of complexity that allow them to turn the idea into usable and useful application, right? So the keyword that I would like to highlight here is the environment where the software are are being developed, right? So let's take a look at the next point on the evolving developer experience, right? So in terms of the developer experience, it is increasingly important in web development. Now, the question is why, right? Tools and technology that improve developer experience can make developer more productive and more efficient, right? This can lead to better quality web application development. Then it can also help them to build the web faster with a fewer bugs, right? So when we're talking about building the product faster, they actually a lot of criteria that could contribute to the speed of the development. First of all, maybe the size of the team. Second of all, yes, like the tools and the technology used, right? Maybe if you use, for example, framework to develop to construct a web application, right? It can help to speed up the development of the team for that particular application, right? Maybe if you, without using the framework, for example, maybe it take a bit of time. But then there are pro and con on whether you want to use the framework or you want to opt for the uh, what do they call it, native type of development, right? Because it's actually cater a different situation, right? Based on your client as well, right? What they need. So that is very, very important. Okay. So yeah, providing the tools, for example, like if you create your application, web application, it's just not the create and then give to the client. That's it. This is it. I already publish it. There you go. Right. You have to, if you have like a extended functionality, right? For example, you have authentication, you have shopping cart, you might want to test them, right? You don't know if you give to the client once they put it online, then if it cannot handle like a certain amount of traffic, it go crash, right? So you have to like consider that kind of thing. So for that to be efficient, right? Various of tools available in the market that you can also use to improve the web development experience as well. So this is for the web developer, right? So yeah, focus on developer experience can lead to better quality web application, right? Okay. So let us take a look at the future of work. What do you think the future of work promises, right? So there will be continued demand for skilled web developer, right? Even though, as I mentioned just now, we also have AI and machine learning that could help. So this you can use uh, kind of like a tools to assist you in the in your development. So it could speed up your process of developer, right? But then uh, having that good understanding and skill actually help as well because you're not gonna rely on the machine as well. You also have to um see the outcome, monitor the outcome, right? And also it is you that at the end that have to maintain the application. So it can be part of the added features for you, added tools for you to use to improve your skills and improve your product, right? New skill will be required such as AI, machine learning, and cybersecurity, right? So I can foresee that the cybersecurity as well will be one of the top field as well when we have AI, right? So they actually work side by side because nowadays if uh, our information, right, can be accessed anywhere, right? And it can be used for example, it can be used as part of the learning to help build very good AI tools, right? Then the cybersecurity also have to be considered, because to have a secure um, uh, experience when we're accessing our site, right? So we want to also know that whether the information are secure, whether the information that we read produced by the AI are legit or not, right? So one thing that we know, once it's spread out there, it's kind of hard for us to like retrieve back, to roll back, right? So, so in terms of having the information, kind of hard for us to identify, to see whether it is legit or not, like true or not in terms of the information. So for web developer, right, will need to be adaptable, and lifelong learners, right? So not for web developers, well, like whenever we require knowledge, right? It is the lifelong journey for all of us. Doesn't really matter what fields that we are venture into, right? We need to be adaptable, and we need to be, I think, curious about the technology that have been around now, right? Okay. Right. Okay. So, for the conclusion, right, the future of web development is full of exciting possibility, right? You can see, based on a little bit of information that I did mention just now. Okay, so new technology will continue to emerge and shape the way we build and interact with the web, right? Web developer who embrace change and stay up to date on the latest trend will be the most successful, right? So it kind of a race, right? Race for knowledge, race for the skills, just to make sure that we are side by side with the technologies nowadays, right? So yeah. Uh, Okay, so with that, conclude the presentation for today from me. I would like to thank you very much, everybody, for joining the session and listening to my lecture. Okay, so here's my information over here, right? I'm also a program coordinator for Master in Computer Science in UniKL MIIT. So for those who maybe have some planning to pursue your master study in the future, right, in UniKL, you may reach out me here. Or also, if you have a question regarding today's lecture, you can also contact me, reach me out. All right. Yeah, I'll be happy to answer any question from all of you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much for Miss Nurdatilah. Okay, for all participants, if you have any question for the speaker, please add them to the chat or you can raise your hand. Okay, for our first question, we have question from participant in the class. What emerging technology and methodology are shaping the future landscape of web development, and how make they revolution the way we design, build, and interact with website and web application? Thank you.
All right. Are they the same question? Different, right? Right. Emerging technology. Okay. So thank you very much for the question. So number one, right? Emerging technologies and methodology are shaping the future landscape of web development. How may this revolutionize the way we design, we build, and interact with website and web application? So what emerging technologies and methodology? I would say the emerging part now, before the AI, we have the framework, right? So we have the traditional way of developing the website, for example, or maybe any other application if we're talking about mobile development or web development, right? So we have uh, a lot of frameworks. So all those framework actually built by other programmers as well with one mission to speed up the development process. Now, when the AI come in our like life, right? It's not just about the optimizing how you could do the development. I think it will be in the future. It will also be kind of the tools that could help you generate or develop the application as well. For websites specifically, generally for any other application, right? So yeah, let me look at Putra. Wait, I go to Kinan first, right? What are
Yeah,
some of the most anticipated future trend in web development technology, and how might they impact the way we create? Because it sounds like the same. I think it's the same, Kinan, first and the second, right? So I will say the framework, right? So you will see the trend, like AI that we're using now is trending. The framework as well is trending. So let's take, for example, Flutter development framework or Angular development framework, that can be used not only for web, it can also, you can code them, but it can also cater for the mobile development and web application as well, right? So that itself already like kind of groundbreaking, because now they are building more, but we're looking for something that are more stable and have a huge support from the internet community, right? Because you don't want to jump into any framework, try to learn it, but at the end, when you stumble across some other problem, right? You can't find the solution because less support, community support on that particular framework. Okay. Putra. I have one Putra. How might developers reconcile the increasing demand for personalized user experience with the growing concerns surrounding data privacy and ethical AI algorithm, particularly in the context of emerging technology like edge computing and federated learning? So, okay, this one sounds a lot like more on the security area, right? Which is not my forte. But what I will say, like, yeah, that is a bit of concern. Like for me itself, I think that is a bit of concern because first of all, everybody on social media, right? And then um I would not say like they harvest our data because we actually put it there, right? Put it there publicly, so they use it. So I think the concern is how far will it goes, right? How far will it affect us? Then that one wouldn't be cannot know yet. I think the impact of it, but something that we have to look forward as well. Especially in terms of the when I mentioned about the fake news or the right news. For example, you can write something. You can even create something using AI, like a video. You have to kind of hard to identify, like which one is true, which one is not, because one we receive, we just spread it to some other friend, and then it go along the way. So yeah, something that I look forward as well to know more about it in terms of the security.
okay, thank you. I think I guess no one else asking again. Okay, before I close this event, for all participants, please open your camera. I will take a picture on the count of three. Okay, one, two, three. Okay, another one, one, two, three. Smile. Thank you. Thank you for your kind cooperation. Finally, we come to the end of visiting lecture today. We would like thank you for Miss Nurdatilah for the wonderful information and sharing your knowledge. We hope this information will be beneficial for all participants. At least we hope to have more collaboration in the future with University Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The visiting lecture for today and here. We hope to see you soon. Thank you and have a nice day. Thank you so much, Miss. Bye
Thank you very
bye.
much. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.